Hey you guys, I'm over here at Pistahan, and who is this?
Hi, it's August 13th, and I'm Lawrence Iriate, the producer of Lumpia with a Vengeance.
And tell me, Lawrence, what's the hardest part about collaborating with other projects?
Collaborating is like there's so many ideas, so many good ideas that you don't want to discount those good ideas. And sometimes it's heartbreaking because some people have some way over the top that you would never thought, and sometimes they solve the problems, which is fantastic. So it's always having all this collective of fantastic ideas. Which one do you pick? Which one do you let go?
All right, so tell me, how did Lumpia start? What happened? What's up with this?
Lumpia with a Vengeance is a sequel to the movie Lumpia, the Lumpia movie that was made over 17 years ago by Patricia Denelsa, made by 7 neighborhood kids.
Where?
Over here in Daly City, of all places. All the neighborhood kids came together to make a film called Lumpia the Movie. And it was all about the identity of Filipino-American kids versus fresh off the boat kids from the Philippines, and how they all confront and collide at a high school. And out of all of this comes out the Lumpia Avenger, who somehow tries to keep the peace. Now, it's 17 years later, the sequel, Lumpia with a Vengeance, comes out. And what happened to those kids? What happened to the Lumpia Avenger? What brings him back? You find out in our movie, Lumpia with a Vengeance, shot in Daly City.
What is the hardest part about creating these movies?
Bringing, as you can see, all the creative forces of all the creative talent together at the same time. And it's amazing because everybody's working, everybody has all their things to do, but trying to get them unified all at the same time when you need them the most. And of course, trying to make sure that you supply these things as well as fund these things. So that's been like the biggest challenge. But we were lucky, we were blessed to have a lot of crowdfunders to make that possible. Crowdfunding from the community.
Any shout out to any particular funder?
A shout out to all the original funders of the Lumpia movie, as well as the returning fans of Lumpia, the Lumpia movie itself. Thank you so much for making Lumpia with a Vengeance possible, as well as making the comic book, our extended universe, possible. It's just been a dream that we've been able to expand the movie universe of Lumpia into a comic book as well as a film.
Now, why do you call it Lumpia?
Lumpia with a film, as you find out, is all about the community and how it's wrapped in together, and all the incredible ingredients that, and all the different personalities that make up the unique food that's identified by the Filipinos.
So, is this story wrapped around with only one character, or is it like a lot of characters?
There's a lot of characters returning from the original film, and which were established in the original Lumpia movie itself.
And what is the motto or saying when you get out of the theater after watching it? What do you want to remember?
There's the saying that comes from the original film, and then we carry on to this film, which is "Love that Lumpia."
Is Lumpia only for Filipinos?
Absolutely not. As you find, it's been crossing over, which is the big thing that we're bringing in and showing to our film, of just how it's relatable to the different families, different friends, the extended families that you have, from work to home to wherever places that you may gather. Lumpia is a comfort food that brings people together. And that's one of the biggest things that you find out in the first film, and it carries on to this film, as well as the message of what Lumpia represents for each one of us.
Is it a disability-friendly food?
It's made for everybody that loves the crunchiness and loves the deep friedness of things. Coming in with both vegetarian, with vegetables, and with pork and beef and chicken. If you love that stuff, Lumpia is for you.
And these characters reflect that story, that kind of tasting food, too, as well?
Come and see it and find out just what it's all about.
So when is it coming out?
September 30th is our opening on theaters around. It starts off with a limited of San Diego, Long Beach, as well as Daly City, but we're announcing more dates as the dates come along in the months to come.
So it's distributed by I don't know, AMC, or is it
Regal Theaters are now, it's currently, but it's opening the door as more people request for more lumpia. We're making it more available to the masses.
Is there like a website that you guys got or something to know more about lumpia recipes and lumpia all about? I don't know.
Check out lumpiamovie.com and to get all the goodies about lumpia. It's films, it's relatable things, it's comic books, it's apparel, the hats, the shirts, things that you wear, things that you put on your face, things that you read, maybe the things that you can eat.
Lawrence, what's the first issue ever of Lumpia with a Vengeance? Where's the first issue?
Lumpia with a Vengeance has come out, but we've actually put it together in a trade paperback, which now you can actually collect the entire story of the prequel, the prelude, the interlude, and the postlude. All three stories are actually contained in the trade paperback, along with the variety of covers that we have with a mass amount of talent of different cover artists that actually distribute over the years, as well as the spins off.
Is there a super villain in there?
Absolutely.
Like Ketchup?
Well, you got to find out just exactly who the super villain, but we do have at least two great super villains in our film, along there, a super villainess and a super villain.
And is this going to come out like every other year, or is it every year? No, like a Godzilla movie.
We'll see what's everybody's appetite will determine how often you can actually take in some lumpia.
Wow. Thank you, Lawrence, for your time. It's totally awesome. What do you expect in the near future? What's your next project?
A lot of crunching, a lot of sharing, and a lot of food, a lot of lumpia, a lot of love.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. It's totally awesome. Where's this place again?
The Pistahan over at Iriate Gardens here in San Francisco.
At Pistahan then.
Pistahan Festival.
And there's, I guess you guys don't mind doing a lecture in a library, I guess.
Maybe. Come and check out.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you.
You're totally awesome. And what's the famous Filipino phrase in Tagalog, I guess? What is that?
Salamat po.
Salamat po. There you go, guys. Wow. And